Today we have some breaking news and new developments by Tea Party HD. Hello and welcome, I'm Philip Loyacono. Senator Harry Reid woke Americans and the press up this week by stating, "I don't know why any Hispanic would be a Republican." Both Hispanics and Americans took great offense with his comment. Further, this statement also awoke the sleeping giant as he reminded us of his beliefs in 1993 that jolted us to the reality of the 14th Amendment. Take a look.
If making it easy to be an illegal alien isn't enough, how about offering a reward for being an illegal immigrant? No sane country would do that, right? Guess again. If you break our laws by entering this country without permission and give birth to a child, we reward that child with U.S. citizenship and guarantee of full access to all public and social services this society provides. And that's a lot of services.
Well, he was right then, and he is right now. Currently, there is a baby born to an illegal immigrant, now called an anchor baby, on average every 90 seconds. That's 363,000 per year. I agree with Harry, from 1993. Listen in to what Ann Coulter had to say on this topic.
The 14th Amendment was not to give illegal aliens the right to be citizens.
No,
it was specifically to give adult, full-grown, freed slaves the rights of citizens. Americans were enraged that the South, after we fight a civil war, are still not treating blacks as citizens. That's what the 14th Amendment was. We do owe blacks. We do not owe the entire world.
I want a chance now to make myself clear. Americans are very happy to welcome immigrants who follow our immigration laws and desire a better life for themselves. America is far more welcoming and tolerant to immigrants than almost any other nation. But America's debt and in part our welfare state creates financial incentives for immigrants, incentives that encourage people to be here sometimes for the wrong reasons. We cannot afford to open our pocketbooks to the rest of the world. We must end the pervasive incentives that encourage immigrants to come here illegally, including the anchor baby incentive.
You are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith.
And I consider it part of my responsibility as President of the United States to fight against negative stereotypes of Islam wherever they appear.
Yesterday, the White House put out a press release stating, "Of course our president is a Christian. He prays every day." Now, our debt, jobs, and taxes, these are the key issues we should be focusing on. Why are we continuing to talk about our president's faith? I'm sorry, but Mr. President, you praying every day does not make you a Christian any more than you talking about Islam.
Islam is not part of the problem in combating violent extremism. It is an important part of promoting peace. The enduring faith of over 1 billion people is so much bigger than the narrow hatred of a few. In the United States, rules on charitable giving have made it harder for Muslims to fulfill their religious obligation. That's why I'm committed to working with American Muslims to ensure that they can fulfill zakat. It is important for Western countries to avoid impeding Muslim citizens from practicing religion as they see fit. And I consider it part of my responsibility as President of the United States to fight against negative stereotypes of Islam wherever they appear.
To be candid, yes, the New York Mosque is a sensitive topic, but the real issue is political Islam and Sharia law. And yes, a secure border and immigration reform is imperative. But we as Americans want jobs. We desire you to concentrate on bringing down the debt and focusing on plans for our country that create a sense of pride for Americans and bringing it back to its foundational issues. Americans are angry about a healthcare reform bill that numbers voted upon are being thrown out the window. Congress and senators don't seem to be representing the people, but only themselves, rather than government spending, unemployment, and the economy. President Obama, let's create unity in America. Bring leadership back to the table. Based upon former Ambassador John Bolton and others in the know, Israel has only one more day before the nuclear power plant in Iran is active, and with Secretary of State Hillary Clinton announcing direct negotiations set to begin in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine on September 2nd, the strike seems to be in doubt. Remember, Americans, both Israel and the United States, will have to decide which is more dangerous, a nuclear plant or a strike as they mock and defy every move of the UN, the US, and Israel. While Texas adds 4,600 jobs, Nevada's unemployment sets new records at 14.3%. While foreign buyers of U.S. treasuries are down, guess why? Budget deficits have ballooned again, but the story is different this time. Americans are buying most of the new treasuries, and foreign governments, whose purchases were once critical, were net sellers of treasury securities in the first half of 2010. America, are you awake? Now for a fun side of Tea Party HD. We started with Senator Harry Reid, and we will end with him. Take a look at this co-production between the Blacksphere.net and Tea Party HD that will be highlighted on a new channel on our website. I'm Phil Loiacono. See you next time.
Class, it's time once again for the Blacksphere.net's Teachable Moments.
Teachable Moments.
If you'd gone to college, you could have really been something.
Harry Reid, the undistinguished senator from Nevada, plays the race card
I
again.
don't know how anyone of Hispanic heritage could be a Republican, okay? Do I need to say more?
But you did say more, Harry, in 1993.
If you break our laws by entering this country without permission and give birth to a child, we reward that child with U.S. citizenship and full access to all public and social services this society provides.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
No sane country would do that.
Fast forward to now, Reid says Republicans holding hearings on the birthright issue have taken leave of their senses or their principles.
Do I need to say more?
No, Senator, we understand perfectly now.
This ends up being what's called a teachable moment.
I've seen how these things escalate.
Find more online at theblacksphere.net. Class dismissed.